My last blog delineated the problems in bringing the residency shortage to the nation's attention. No one person, let alone me, can solve this crisis. It involves too many variables: the ACGME accrediting process, Medicare funding, and states' legislation to preserve unmatched doctors. My solution was to create a tsunami of outrage to bring the residency shortage to the table. This blog was first published on January 31st of 2017. To use wave terminology, it began with a ripple of readers. In 5 months, the readership has increased to a small wave, reaching 232 readers during the first week of July. Here are the statistics I'm going to use to set a goal for dissemination and education about the residency shortage via the No Match MD's blog. In the year 2017, the U.S. population is 321 million. The total number of professionally active physicians in the U.S. amounts to 923,308. The U.S. Congress consists of a total of 535 representatives and senators. When you combine the total number of doctors plus congressmen in the U.S., that amounts to 923,843, or about 1 million people. There are 200 million registered voters in the U.S. Let's visualize what it would take to reach a goal of 1 million readers of this blog, the total number of doctors and legislators combined. It's only through knowledge of the residency shortage that we can work toward a timely solution. Here are my calculations. If those 232 readers from the first week in July were to contact only 6 doctors or legislators, or a combination of the two, and each of those contacts would make 6 contacts of their own, etc., etc., here's where the numbers would end up being. 232 times 6 would yield 1,392 contacts. 1,392 contacts times 6 would yield 8,352 contacts. 8,352 people times 6 contacts each would yield 50,112 contacts. And so on until we ultimately would reach 1,804,032 contacts. This would represent only 5 cycles of contacts. With only 5 cycles of contact, over 1.8 million people would have been reached with this information. This is what it would take: 6 doctor-legislator contacts by each of 232 blog readers to theoretically contact every doctor and congressman in the U.S. today. This same story could extend to the education of the voting public. If this process continued for 8 cycles, the total number contacted would rise to 3.9 million, almost twice the number of contacts than registered voters. If you have followed this blog and find the cause of the residency shortage compelling, we cannot just let the message end with each one of us. Knowledge without action is useless. This story is too complex to explain it in one sentence. The circumstances are many and varied. Education of this travesty leading to a solution is the one and only goal of this blog. At the end of each prior blog, I've asked the readers and listeners to contact the doctors and legislators in their local area to create action for the residency shortage. Today, I'm going to ask each of you to personally contact 6 doctors and/or legislators that you know. Provide the link to this blog, nomatchmds.blogspot, and request that they in turn contact 6 more of their colleagues or legislators, and so on and so on. Tell them they can listen to this blog on their cell phones while commuting. Just click on the YouTube link with each blog. Ask them to keep this wave going, with hopes that we will reach our goal of 1 million doctors plus legislators. Wouldn't it be unbelievable if the cycle went 8 rounds and reached all 200 million registered voters? It goes without saying that any sharing you may include in all your social media would be an added bonus. So there we have it, a measurable goal. Make 6 contacts each. Ask your contacts to do the same and continue the cycle and reach more than 1 million doctors and legislators in the U.S. today. Now that is a tsunami. I need your help on this.